Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. We are here with an October, oh my god, what's wrong with me? A Halloween style video. This is the first one I've done. I've got a couple on their way. I'm rushing because it is currently the 29th of October and I planned on getting all these out throughout this whole month, but I've got like 2 days. So that's great. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. But no, seriously, this is a like witch cabin hut sort of thing. I wanted to do it in a swamp or over a swamp. I wanted it to be very like nature-esque. I was hugely inspired by is it Misty? Yeah, it's Misty Day from American Horror Story Coven. She is a super cool witch. She's the kind of witch I would want to be if I were a witch. So yeah, I like that whole sort of, I don't know, like natural witch sort of vibe. If you get what I mean at all. So yeah, this was definitely inspired by that sort of witch. So she's not necessarily a good witch, not necessarily a bad witch, but it's just like a nature, like almost like a hippie witch. She's kind of off the grid. She just, you know, she's a recluse. She does her own sort of things. So that's what I kind of pictured for the kind of witch that would live in this cabin. It took me a really, like, I skipped ahead like completely because it took me so freaking long to do the swamp and all the detailing around it. Like I do add more, like how it is at the moment. It's sort of like half finished. I add a ton more to it. I couldn't decide what wallpaper I wanted to use inside the water to make it look super murky rather than green, but like the like murky brown looked too brown and this looked too green. It was a nightmare over time. I built this actually not even this month, last month, in preparation for this month, and it's taken me this long to record a voiceover for it. But yeah, so I like vaguely remember what this build looks like, but it's been a long time, so bear with me, please. But I don't know what it is. I've been like super not, I would say scared actually. I was gonna say not scared, but yeah, kind of scared of doing voiceovers. I don't know why. I feel like it's just I don't have a lot to talk about. Not a lot's been going on other than me working, and that's about it. But yeah, there's just something like I'll film a video, I'll edit it, I'll record a video, I should say, and I'll edit it, and I'll be so excited to get up, and I'll be like, oh, I have to do a voiceover, and I'll be like, just put it off for over a month like I have here, because I just don't really know what to talk about. But I don't really know. What do you guys want? Do you guys want me to talk about the build? Do you want me to talk about myself or like tell stories or just ramble like I do? Or do you want a little bit of both? Do you want me to sort of go back and forth about the build but also have a little bit of banter, if you know what I mean? Because I think it's nice when there's a mix of both. Like I really don't know if I could sit down for 20 minutes and just discuss a video with you guys. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys want because excuse me, because I have no idea. So yeah, that's a question. Let me know down below. What do you guys want me to talk about? But yeah, I'm really happy with the lights that I used. I think I don't really know how to say this. I think I'm happy with like at least half of the house, and then the other half of it I'm like not quite happy with. I don't know. It's just when I have these sort of like witch hut sort of like really specific builds in mind, like not just like a modern house. When I have these sort of specific themed builds, if you want to call it that, I can't really translate like what's in my head into the Sims. And I think probably that separates like the really good Simmers from the just average everyday Simmers. And I think that's me. Like I don't have that creativity quite there yet, and I don't know if it's because I'm just not a super creative person. Like I am a creative person, but not nowhere near as creative as some people, especially a lot of people I watch on YouTube. They're like crazy builds. Like I don't even know how you think of this stuff. But yeah, I struggled to really get what I wanted into the game, like onto the screen. I think what I should have done is maybe made the cabin not square. I should have made it like a octagon or something, but then I wouldn't have been able to do this really cool roofing, which I think looks really cool. I've never done anything like this before. I really wanted to make it like a little, like the front area, like a little undercover area, but it didn't look good with the roof. So I just had to leave it, you know, open, which it's fine. I mean, I could sit here and like nitpick this build for hours, literally for hours, and then I would have something to talk about. But I don't know. I just need to accept that not every build I do will be perfect. No, I don't think anything I do is perfect, but I've got to like let go of the idea that something needs to be perfect, especially this. It's like a rundown, like off the grid witch cabin sort of thing. Like, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be architecturally perfect. The colors, nothing's going to match. It's just made from old secondhand like wood, and nothing inside matches at all. I've got to let go of this idea that things need to look perfect, and especially with something like this, like it's a fantasy build, it can look however I want it to look. So that's an old lesson for me, and I will not be taking that on board because I will never change who I am. Anyway, I really, after building this, really want witches in The Sims 4. I don't really know in what way I want them. I do like how witches were done in Making Magic, like in The Sims 1, how we could, I don't know, you could be a witch or a wizard or whatever. Like, I like the whole aspect to that. But I just want it to be evolved into more of a like modern concept of a witch. Not, I don't know. I don't want to like overstep. I don't want to offend anyone. But I probably am with my stupidity. I am a very stupid person. I really don't give myself a lot of credit, if you can't tell. If it's your first time watching one of my videos, I'm so sorry. I'm so self-deprecating. I'm trying to change, but I never will. It's good that I remembered to actually put the columns in, because I pretty much forgot to until I was watching another like swampy sort of build. I was like, oh my god, I forgot to put like the stilts. Otherwise it'd just be like literally a floating cabin, which I mean makes sense because the person who lives there is a witch. But yeah, this is just finishing off the rest of like the detailing around the swamp, and I think that it does sort of transform. It ends up looking a lot better once I sort of add like the extra details. I add some fall leaves and stuff at the end. Obviously the lighting makes a huge difference. But I think the outside is what I am definitely least happy with. It does look really cool at night, as you can see, but overall I just think it didn't, I don't know. I just had this idea in my head and it looked so cool and it just didn't work out. I'm gonna get over it and I'm gonna stop talking about it now. As we get to furnishing the interior shortly, I wanted something super cluttered, but still really witchy. So there are some witch items, there's like some magic themed items, there's a lot of candles and a lot of like lanterns on the ground just to fill up some extra like clutter space, I guess. It's not a very big cabin. I think there's just, there's a dining table. I did fit a dining table in there. I think I fit everything I wanted to in there. Like the kitchen facilities aren't great, but I just figure like, I don't know, they're not gonna like have, the witch that lives here isn't gonna have like a huge Michelin star kitchen, you know. It's just like, it's a very simple house. It's just what she needs to survive. Yeah, I really wanted to use that toilet from, oh my god, what's the pack called? From like the camping, outdoor retreat. I really wanted to use the toilet, but it just, the wood color just really got to me. It wasn't right, so I think I ended up using a bathtub. Yeah, and yeah. God, I'm so running out of things to say already. I'm screwed. I've still got like more than half the video left. But yeah, this is very, very different to what I've ever done on my channel. So just let me know if you guys like it or not. I'm not saying it's great, but I'm most inspired. Like, I've seen a ton of witch cabin builds this year and last year, especially over Halloween. I keep going to say Christmas. Wow, it is not Christmas yet. But yeah, I have seen a bunch of these sort of builds and like swamp builds and that, so I'm not saying like I'm super creative and I'm the first person to think of this. But yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, if you want to see me be a little bit more creative and do some themed builds, they don't have to be Halloween themed builds. Like I said before, there's only like 2 days left and I am so unorganized. But if you want to see something different than like just modern builds, please let me know, because because I am willing to branch out, I just need a little nudge, you know, like I'm just a little bit scared still. Like, I still don't know how this is going to be received because I don't know. I am happy with it. This whole video is going to be me like debating whether I like this build or not. I am so freaking sorry, but I do like it. It's just so different, so it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, if anyone can relate to that at all. Like, it's just something that I'm not super like, oh my god, I have to share this with everyone, I want to post screenshots all over Tumblr. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm not familiar enough with this style of building. Like, I do clutter a lot, but this is like different. And it's like intentionally making things look mismatched and odd. It's so hard. It's harder than making things match. Like, even in The Sims 4, which a lot of items don't match, it is pretty hard. But like, it's even harder to make things look intentionally mismatched, but make them look good still. Like, you can make things look mismatched and look horrible, right? But I don't know, does anyone get what I'm saying? This voiceover is literally a train wreck, and I'm so sorry. I just got home from work and I'm exhausted. It's a Monday, so of course, like, my brain just doesn't function on Mondays. Not that it ever really functions properly. Speaking of functioning, that mirror isn't functional. I did actually playtest it because I made a witch for this cabin, or a witch that I thought maybe suited the aesthetic of this cabin, just to take some screenshots. And with like the pose player, I don't know, does anyone want to see like a video on how I take like screenshots with poses and that? I don't know if anyone's interested. I feel like at this point everyone knows how to do it. Everyone knows Andrew's pose player, how to use that. Everyone knows how to use like cast poses, but I am happy to do like a little tutorial if anyone cares at all. But yeah, I did put a sim in this house where I tested a few things, and that mirror there does not work. It's just got some it ends up with objects in front of it, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious once I'm done, like by looking at it, that it won't work, but I just thought I'd make a disclaimer. I feel like I've said this before, I made it very clear, I don't play test my builds usually, so if you do happen to download anything of mine from the gallery and put it in your game, I'm sorry in advance, or I'm sorry, I'm just sorry. I don't play test things, I don't double check things before I upload them, so a lot of the time, I'd say probably at least 60% of the time, my builds don't have bins because I forget about the bins. Like the one I just did, the like celebrity home, doesn't have a bin. Doesn't have an outdoor bin or an indoor bin. It's fine. Celebrities don't generate garbage, obviously. It's fine. But yeah, I did forget a bin, and I do often, so I'm sorry. I don't even know did I put a bin in this build? Look, probably not, knowing me. But yeah, I don't play test things. I don't know if the umbrella thing works. Oh my god, what do you call it? I can't even, oh my god. I've had a mind blank. I keep thinking umbrella container. That's not what it's called. Anyway, the umbrella thing doesn't work. Well, I don't think it works. I didn't actually try it. I don't know whether the kitchen works, and you'll see why. It's very cluttered. There's a lot of stuff. I think the fridge works. I don't know if the sink works. But yeah, when I say this house is cluttered, I mean there's just crap all over the floor. Slow down. I wanted there to be a like cauldron right in the middle of the house that, you know, the witch could sort of sit around. And I had some cool poses that I made for the cauldron, but I couldn't fit it in, so I ended up making it smaller and putting it on her, like on this little buffet table sort of thing. I very quickly decided I didn't want her to have a TV, or like I wanted to limit her electronics, just because I wanted to go for that sort of like off the grid feel. So yeah, I've limited electronics where I can. I mean, there's lighting. I think that's really about it, apart from a fridge. I didn't do like a washing machine. I did like the hand washing thing, whatever it's called. But yeah, there's not really much else other than that. I'm sorry if you can hear a basketball bouncing. I forgot about this. When the weather gets nicer, where my like office slash whatever recording room, whatever is, I'm like right next to the outdoor area of like our neighbor's house. And it's a huge house. Like I don't know how many people live in that freaking house, but we've got like 3-4 cars. The house is ginormous. It's just like a big box, like a huge 2-story big box sort of thing. It's like when you first start playing The Sims and you don't really understand how to build, so you're just like, I'm gonna make a 2-story as a big box, and the roof's just gonna be one like singular gabled roof, and that's all it is. That's basically what the house next door is. They have like, I think like 5 kids living there. They've got a pool, they've got like a basketball court. It's decked out, but like it's so noisy when the weather's nice because the kids, and it's daylight savings, the kids, I don't know, like put your kids to bed. It's almost 8 o'clock. Well, not right now, but you know, usually like they're out there till like 8:30, and it's like, just put your kids to bed. And it's very frustrating for recording and that. But I mean, it's their backyard, they can do what they want. It's good that they're outside, the weather's nice, they should be outside experiencing sports and nature and all that. But at the same time, oh my God, it's so annoying. It basically limits my like ability to do voiceovers like from like 9 o'clock afterwards at night, which after 9 o'clock at night, like, oh boy, you got no hope of anything that comes out of my mouth making actual sense. Like it doesn't normally like much at all, but yeah, especially after 9 o'clock at night, it's just like no deal. God, I'm so self-deprecating today. It's like worse than normal. Maybe because it's a Monday. Anyway, so it limits it to like after 9 o'clock or on the weekends, but like sporadically, because you know, if they go out, yeah, I might be fine for a few hours, but then they'll come home, they'll be bang straight outside playing with the goddamn basketball or like splashing around in the pool. I'm not anti-kids or like anti-kids having fun, but it's just like, have some quiet fun. Why don't you sit outside and read a book, or like ride your bike, but don't ring the bell on the bike and don't talk, just ride silently in circles on the bike. I don't know. Obviously I don't have kids. Obviously I sound like I don't have kids. Like I'm one of those people that like, I get very, very stressed by kids crying and screaming. So when we're out at the shops, and like the shops / the mall, whatever you want to call it, is a very overwhelming place for me. It's very loud. There's a lot of people like getting in your way, like not moving out of your way, and like bumping into you, and people just looking at you, and lots of noises. It's very overwhelming. The music is so loud, the lights are so bright. You can see how like someone would get overwhelmed by that, especially like the shopping centre near where we live. It's like the second busiest in Victoria. I think it's just a little bit less busy than Chadstone, which is just, they call it like the fashion capital. Like it's huge. So where we are is pretty big as well, and very, very busy. You can like never get a car park on weekends. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'll stop ranting about that. But like, I go there and then suddenly there's a kid screaming and kids fighting and a kid bawling its eyes out, like literally at the top, screaming bloody murder. And I do think, please remove your kid. Like I do think that, but only because it's just like a natural instinct of like, I'm so stressed, please take your kid elsewhere. But I realize that like mentality is completely unfair, but it's like, it's also the mentality of someone who doesn't have a kid and doesn't understand what it's like. I'm sure one day I'll understand and I'll be like, wow, I was so unforgiving. But I don't know, man. I just ranted about kids for half this video. I was actually going to try to talk about this build more than I normally do in like voiceovers or commentaries. I call them something different every time. What's wrong with me? But yeah, I was going to try it, and it's just turned into a big rant about kids. But in all fairness, it's because these kids outside are playing basketball. I don't even know if you can hear it. I'm hoping you can't. I'm hoping I can maybe edit it out. But you've also got my dog who's lying on the floor right next to me, grumbling and making weird mouth noises and sighing like he just did then. It's just like, the world does not want me to put out a video today, but I really want to, because I'm like feeling the motivation. You know, you gotta take advantage of it while you have it. But I am only going to do this one. I think it's almost time for me to get this video uploaded, schedule it for whenever it's going to go up, and just go and relax for the rest of the night. Have a bath or something, go read a book in bed and just chill, because it's been a hectic day at work. It's been hectic tonight. My dog's misbehaving. I am so sorry for whinging to you guys. I'm really, really sorry. But yeah, the build is almost finished, I believe. So I'm gonna get ready to go. I hope you like it. I do believe there's no custom content in this build, so it should be up on the gallery. It should be very easy to pop into your game if you want to. Yeah, like I said, let me know what you think. Tried something different. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna have my witch creator sim video up soon. She's the witch that I made to live in this house or cabin or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.